a lot of the homework during class. So I'm going to turn you loose on your homework in just a few minutes. And if you have any questions about how to do any of the questions, bring them up to me, and I will help you with them. Sound like a plan?
Yeah, Sam.
Excellent.
Sounds like a plan, Sam. Isn't there like a song like that?
Yep. Paul Simon. Slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan.
Yeah.
No need to be coy, Roy. Just listen to me. Remember that whole thing about not being able to sing?
Yeah.
I'm living proof. All right. Yeah, God gives everybody different gifts. And singing wasn't one of mine.
Or dancing.
Or dancing. Do you want to keep adding to the or list? Oh. All right. So. But not everybody can yawn like Chewbacca.
Yeah. I guess that's a gift.
What is it, the Remy and Pick on Linguist hour here? Is that what it is? It's like the
You
roast.
picked on me.
Why? Because you can't sing?
Yeah. And you called me a jock.
That's a compliment.
I don't even know what that
It
is.
means you're an athlete. A jock means you're an athlete. That's all it means. So now do you
Sounds like
understand?
jerk, so.
No. A jock is a very good thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So now do you take it back that you've been picking on me? Or can at least the bombs launched in my direction stop? All right. How many people here knew what a jock was?
I had a feeling that that's what it was, but I wasn't sure.
Okay. Yeah. A boom. All right. So,
Maya
Uh-oh.
was disappointed in me.
hold it. Maya overslept.
Oh, well, she's sitting in my seat. I'm not moving.
Did a certain young lady oversleep today? Maybe.
I'm not moving.
I was just going to make that announcement for you, but apparently you got it all taken care of all by yourself.
You would have been disappointed in me. I didn't know my vocabulary very well.
Yeah, she didn't know what a jock was. Listen, I have a question. Am I that bad a guy?
Don't ask sometimes.
No, she wasn't here, so am I that bad a guy? No, you can't give her the answer. It's like she's picking her nose. No! All right. So, the first question is to write the equation of the line passing through these 2 points. The best way to do this is to try to graph it and to see what the y-intercept is based on where it hits the line. Unfortunately, well, the fortunate thing is I believe everybody can do that. Is there anybody who doesn't understand plot the 2 points, draw the line where it crosses the axis? Okay. The problem is it doesn't always cross at a perfect point. So I want to make sure we know how to do it, Mr. Garzone, if it doesn't cross at a perfect point. So let's do that technique. And if it did cross at a perfect point, all the better. Oh. Must have been y equals mx plus b. So the first thing I need to do is find the slope. Slope formula is y from second point minus y from first over x from second point minus x from first. Call them points 1 and 2. It doesn't make a difference. 1 minus, that's a positive 5, right?
Yeah.
Over 2 minus -1, which gives me -4 over 3. So I now have y equals -4/3 x plus b. And it's at this point that a lot of students get stuck. And they look at it, and they look at it, and they look at it some more, and they turn their head and look at it some more,
I love when dogs do that. They're like,
right? And they scratch their head, and they kind of look at it a little more, and then they go, I can't do this. But the truth is that the reason you're having a hard time is because they don't say to you X is and Y is, but they are in the problem. The reason is because any point is X, Y. So my X is going to be 2 and my Y is 1. I could have made my X -1 and my Y 5. Either combination will work, so it's not a big deal. So let's go with 1 equals -4/3 times 2 plus b. So 1 will equal negative 8/3 plus b. Now, in days past, I would have a slight, minor feeling of pity for the students in my class who would be doing this question, because I know how much some students despise fractions, despite the fact that they are very intelligent young people. But they just have this like fraction phobia built into them, and they just hate it.
That should be a real phobia.
It should be. I told you, students definitely have
Maybe
this
it
thing
is.
going on here.
Probably is.
I think I just made the term up.
Fractional phobia.
Now, so what we have to do now is we have to add 8/3 to both sides. So I get if you look at this and go, ah! But your graphing calculator will do the fraction work for you. 1 plus parenthesis 8 divided by 3 parenthesis, enter, math, enter, enter. Bingo! It tells you 11/3.
Well,
It does?
Yes, it does.
Wait,
Oh, yeah, it does.
Negative 5/3.
no, I got 11 over
No, it should be 11. This is a negative. So when you add it, you get 8/3 plus 3/3, which is 11/3.
No, but I might have pushed the wrong button because I wanted.
Did you have a negative here?
Yes, I did.
I think you forgot to put the negative in, because that would explain your answer.
Okay, because
Okay.
I subtracted 1.
Yes, exactly. Which makes me think that's why you forgot the negative. Because if you'd have saw the negative, you would have added. Yes?
No, I had the negative there.
So I like left the answer
Look,
in
hey,
the last one.
hold on.
And then I just didn't even read it, and then that's what happened.
Listen, I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. This said negative 8/3 b right here. So you have to add 8/3 b. So you should get 1 plus parenthesis 8 divided by 3 parentheses. If you do that, you will get 11/3.
No,
Do
you
it
probably,
again.
No, you probably, this is what me and Mary did. We had the negative 8/3 from the last time we put it in the calculator, and then we just kept that one, and then added
Did you hear that?
the thing. So the negative was still in there.
Okay, hold it, let me, because you're probably right, but she's being stubborn. So type in a 1, clear it, clear your whole thing. Type in a 1 plus parenthesis 8 divided by 3 parenthesis equals.
Negative 1.66666. Math.
There's no way you're putting plus.
Negative 5.
There's no way you're putting plus. There is no way. Francesca, will you do this with me on her calculator just to prove to her that she's doing it wrong?
But it's a negative.
How many
you have to
times did I
add it.
say plus 8? How many?
I don't know, okay?
Can I have your sympathies, support, prayers, please? Do you see what I put up with? 1 plus 8, parenthesis 8 divided by 3
We have to
parentheses.
do this all day with
You
her.
kept saying something about a negative.
I'm doing this to me. Okay. All right, so 11/3 is the correct answer. And now I go back and I put it in, and my final answer is y equals 4/3 x plus 11/3.
Somehow I got that right.
Okay. There we go. Very good. Listen, hey, if you were to ask me to, like if you'd have walked into the class the very first day and said, Mr. Lindquist, what are the 5 hardest things we're going to do all year long? To me, this is one of them. Not that it's necessarily that killer hard, but in my experience, it's something kids have a hard time getting right. So, if you can do this, that's a really good sign for you. Yes? Oh, yes, I'm sorry, negative 4/3. Right over here. I missed that. Okay, any other questions?
What's playing, Diane?
All right, now, here is pretty much today's whole lesson. There's a little bit on the next page, but we did it already, and I don't want to do it again. So,
Which one?
I want to revisit. I just want to go back to piecewise linear functions, or piecewise functions. And piecewise functions have one rule over a certain interval and another rule over a certain interval. The ones we did earlier in the year, if you remember the questions, they were on tests about time flies. And it would say like, during the first 4 hours, Mr. Lindquist tied 2 flies an hour. And then he took time to watch the Rangers whoop the Islanders
They beat them, whatever, last
in
week.
overtime when the Rangers were missing 4 players, yes. Then, wait till the end of the year. Now, The next thing is, then it would say like he then tied 3 flies over the next 2 hours for 2 hours, blah, blah, blah. The other one that we did was the snowfall problem. Remember the snowfall question?
Yes.
It snows for like 3 inches an hour for 4 hours, and then it doesn't snow, and then it starts up again. So now we have another one, and the difference is that now we are going to define it in more mathematical lingo and a little less typical practical lingo. So I'll show you what I mean. This is interval notation. A bracket means, I don't see everybody looking here. This is very important. A bracket means you fill in a dot, and a parenthesis means you leave it open. Good. So from -5 to -1, I'm going to do a slope of up 3 over 4. So, oh, it should say where to begin. Does it say where to begin above this? No? All right, so let's just pick a point. Let's go with the point -5, -1. Does that work? Yeah, that works. Close enough. Okay, -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1. So we're going to start here. Now, I'm going to go up 3 over 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to draw that line. Now, from where x equals -1 to 2, this is not a coordinate. This is saying over this interval of x, which is from here to here. What's the slope?
Are you like not supposed to like shade it in or something because it's brackets?
No, the brackets mean you fill in the dots on the end.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. So now I'm going to go from -1 to 2, a slope of -1, which is down 1 over 1. And I do that all the way to 2, okay? Now, I'm going to do a slope of 2, which is really 2 over 1, from 2 to 5. So all the way up to 5, it's up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So there's that piece. In each case, I fill in the end because of these brackets. What would I do if it was a parenthesis? Then I would leave an open circle on the end. Good. God bless. And finally, from 5 to 8, I'm going to go down 1 over 1. And there is my piecewise linear function. In other words, I'm doing slope, which I know how to do, but I'm doing it over set intervals and changing the slope between intervals. I hope that makes sense to everybody. Does it? Right? Are we good? Any questions? Okay. All right. So there will be 1 or 2 of these on your homework. You can get started on that now, work it out. Just a chance to catch up a little bit today, not really do a whole lot of new stuff. Yes? Oh, are any pieces parallel? Yeah, these 2 pieces are parallel because they have the same slopes. Right? -1 and -1? Thank you for pointing that out.
Wait, what was the other one? Remembering your fluffy bag. Yeah. And all the fingers I want him to put it on the wood. Oh, that'd be so funny.
Quiz, can you do that?
What's that?